Ever found yourself struggling to remember where you put your keys? Or maybe blanking on a crucial fact during a test? We've all been there. Our brains are capable of incredible feats, yet remembering even the simplest things can feel like navigating a cosmic maze. But what if I told you that you could train your brain to remember better, just like an astronaut trains for a mission to space? Why do some people have a photographic memory while others can't remember what they ate yesterday? What if I told you that improving your memory isn't just possible, it's scientific? Stick around as we break down the surprising strategies backed by neuroscience to help you learn faster and remember better. Okay, let's talk about memory. Not the kind that makes you forget where you parked your car, but the kind that helps you ace an exam or master a new language. It's all about harnessing the power of your brain, that 3-pound universe tucked inside your skull. First up, we've got spaced repetition. Imagine you're trying to learn a new constellation. Instead of cramming the star patterns the night before a big astronomy test, what if you spaced out your study sessions? That's the beauty of spaced repetition. You see, our brains are wired to forget. It's like there's a cosmic cleanup crew in there sweeping away information it thinks we don't need. But every time we revisit information, we're telling our brains, hey, this is important, keep this one. So, the next time you're trying to learn something new, whether it's vocabulary words or historical dates, try reviewing the material at increasing intervals. Maybe review it a few hours later, then the next day, then a few days later. This method takes advantage of something called the forgetting curve. It's a real thing, not just some abstract concept. The forgetting curve shows how we tend to forget information over time if we don't actively try to retain it, but here's the kicker. Each time you revisit the information, the forgetting curve gets shallower. It's like you're reinforcing those neural pathways, making it easier for your brain to access the information later. And the best part? We live in a time where technology can lend us a helping hand. Think of apps like Anki or Quizlet as your personal memory assistants. They use spaced repetition algorithms to schedule your review sessions, so you're not just randomly cramming information. These apps are like having a personal tutor for your brain, reminding you when to review what. They're particularly handy for things like language learning, where you're bombarded with new vocabulary and grammar rules. So, ditch the old-school flashcards and embrace the digital age of memory enhancement. Your brain will thank you for it. Now let's talk about visualization. We humans, we're visual creatures. We're drawn to images, to colors, to the beauty of the cosmos. And guess what? Our brains process visual information much faster than text. It's like the difference between reading a star chart and actually gazing up at the constellations. So, how do we tap into this visual superpower for better memory? It's all about creating mental snapshots, vivid images that stick in our minds. Let's say you're trying to remember a shopping list: milk, eggs, bread, bananas. Instead of just repeating the words in your head, try picturing this: a giant loaf of bread wearing sunglasses, lounging by the pool, sipping on a carton of milk. Sounds ridiculous, right? But that's the point. The more outrageous the image, the more memorable it will be. Think about it. Our ancestors didn't survive by remembering boring lists. They remembered where the dangers were, where the food was, by creating mental maps and associating them with vivid sensory experiences. And it's not just about everyday memory. Even geniuses like Leonardo da Vinci, the ultimate Renaissance man, understood the power of visualization. His notebooks are filled with sketches and diagrams, not just because he was a gifted artist, but because visualization was key to his creative process, his inventions, his understanding of the world. So the next time you're grappling with a new concept or trying to memorize a speech, don't just rely on words alone. Embrace the power of your imagination. Let your mind wander, create those crazy mental images, and watch as your memory sharpens. Remember, your brain is a canvas. Paint it with vibrant, unforgettable pictures. Chapter 3. The Memory Palace. Unlocking your spatial memory. Now, are you ready to journey back in time with me? Let's travel back to ancient Greece, where memory masters used a technique so powerful it's still relevant today. It's called the method of loci, or as I like to call it, the memory palace. Picture this: a grand palace in your mind with countless rooms, each filled with memorable objects. This technique is all about associating information with specific locations. Let's say you're trying to remember the planets in our solar system. You might imagine walking through your house, placing each planet in a different room. Mercury, the smallest planet, could be perched on your bedside table. Venus, the hottest planet, might be sizzling on your stove. As you walk through your memory palace, you're essentially taking a mental stroll through your own customized memory map. It's like creating a universe of information inside your head. And the best part? This technique has stood the test of time. It's been used by orators, scholars, and even memory champions who can memorize decks of cards in the blink of an eye. How do they do it? They create elaborate memory palaces, sometimes spanning entire cities to store vast amounts of information. So don't underestimate the power of your spatial memory. Your brain is hardwired to remember places and navigate through space. Tap into that innate ability, build your own memory palace, and watch as your capacity for recall expands. Remember, the more senses you engage, the stronger the memory. So, don't just visualize the objects in your memory palace. Imagine their textures, their smells, even the sounds you might hear in each room. And the more outlandish and bizarre your associations, the better. Your brain loves a good story, so give it one it won't forget. Chapter 4. Sleep and Memory. Consolidation, the night shift of learning. Alright folks, let's talk about sleep. I know, in our fast-paced world, sleep can seem like a luxury, like staring at a blank telescope on a cloudy night. But here's the thing, sleep is not just about resting our weary bodies, it's about giving our brains time to process information, to consolidate memories, to prepare for the next day's discoveries. Think of your brain as a vast cosmic library, constantly acquiring new knowledge. Sleep is like the librarian, meticulously organizing the shelves, making sure the information is easily accessible when you need it. During sleep, particularly during deep sleep and REM sleep, our brains are hard at work, replaying the events of the day, strengthening neural connections, and transferring information from short-term to long-term memory. It's like your brain is having a late-night study session, without you even realizing it. So, if you're pulling all-nighters trying to cram for an exam or memorize a presentation, you're actually doing yourself a disservice. You're depriving your brain of the downtime it needs to process and retain that information effectively. Studies have shown that even a short nap can improve memory recall. So, instead of guzzling another cup of coffee, consider giving your brain a well-deserved break. And here's where technology can lend a helping hand. Sleep trackers and smartwatches can monitor your sleep patterns, letting you know if you're getting enough of that crucial deep sleep. Remember, sleep is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of a smart, efficient brain. So the next time you're tempted to burn the midnight oil, think about the cosmic consequences. Give your brain the sleep it deserves and watch as your memory flourishes like a supernova. Chapter 5. Exercise and Nutrition Fueling Your Memory Powerhouse. We've explored the cosmos of your mind, but let's not forget about the physical vessel that houses this incredible organ, your body. Just like a telescope needs a sturdy base, your brain needs a healthy body to function at its best. And that means paying attention to two crucial factors: exercise and nutrition. Let's start with exercise. When you engage in physical activity, you're not just building muscles, you're boosting blood flow to your brain, delivering a surge of oxygen and nutrients. It's like giving your brain a refreshing cosmic shower. Studies have shown that regular exercise, even a brisk walk, can improve memory, attention, and cognitive function. And guess what? Exercise can actually help grow your hippocampus, the brain region responsible for forming new memories. It's like giving your brain's memory center a cosmic upgrade. Now let's talk about nutrition. Think of your brain as a high-performance engine. It needs the right fuel to run smoothly. And just like you wouldn't put low-grade fuel in a rocket, you shouldn't feed your brain junk food. So, what should you be putting on your plate to boost your brain power? Focus on brain-friendly foods rich in antioxidants, omega-3 fatty acids, and other essential nutrients. Think colorful fruits and vegetables, fatty fish like salmon, nuts and seeds, and even a bit of dark chocolate. And don't forget about hydration. Our brains are about 75% water, so even mild dehydration can impair cognitive function. So keep a water bottle handy throughout the day and make sure you're getting enough of this essential brain booster. Remember, taking care of your physical health is not just about looking good, it's about giving your brain the tools it needs to thrive. So, nourish your body, move your body, and watch as your memory soars to new heights. So there you have it, folks. We've journeyed through the cosmos of your mind, exploring the fascinating science of memory and uncovering practical strategies to enhance your ability to remember and learn. Remember, your memory is not a fixed entity, it's a muscle that can be trained and strengthened with the right techniques. Start incorporating these science-backed strategies into your daily life and watch as your memory transforms from a fuzzy constellation to a brilliant star-studded galaxy. Keep those brains curious and never stop exploring the vast universe within. Your memory isn't fixed, it's a muscle that grows stronger the more you use it. Start small, stay consistent, and watch your mind become sharper than ever. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe for more insights into unlocking your brain's potential.